New tonight, a Valley woman says that a visit to her late brother's grave turned into a heartbreaking search after she couldn't find his headstone at St. Francis Catholic Cemetery in Phoenix.
12 News journalist Sean Rice is getting answers from the cemetery tonight. And Sean, this woman had a bad feeling that her brother's headstone was gone.
Yeah, you can't help but feel terrible for Shirley Carpena. She was separated from her younger brother very early on in life through the foster care system, and it took her several years after that to find her younger brother's final resting place. She says losing sight of his headstone, even though it was temporary, brought back some of that same heartbreak. When Shirley Carpena arrived at St. Francis Catholic Cemetery last Friday to leave flowers, her brother's headstone was missing. She snapped a picture of the area where it has sat for over a decade, covered in dirt and gravel.
And I called my daughter and I said, I can't find him. I said, I lost him once. I don't want to lose him again after all these years finding him.
Carpena says a grounds crew member tried digging for the headstone but couldn't find it. Crews returned the next morning and uncovered it.
Having a headstone is a big thing because that's where you know to go and that's where your loved one's at. You're not looking all over for him.
The cemetery says it's right in the middle of a 60-acre irrigation, landscaping, and water conservation project that began last November. In a statement, St. Francis says there have been 4 isolated instances where headstones were inadvertently covered during construction. They claim each was corrected promptly and families' concerns were addressed. But Carpena says she's worried others could experience the exact same thing.
People are going to come one day and they're going to look and they're not going to find their loved ones and they're going to have to go through. I don't want them going through the same thing that I went to, because you love that person.
She also has worries that other headstones around her brothers may still be covered.
I want them to be accountable and find those other headstones. That's what they need to do. And I don't think they're going to do it unless somebody comes out and says, hey, I can't find the headstone. Then they're going to do something about it.
St. Francis tells 12 News it regrets the oversight and says its mission is to provide a peaceful and dignified place of remembrance while the improvement project continues. Carpena says she's not looking for an apology just for her family. She wants every family to have the peace of mind knowing they can visit St. Francis and remember their loved ones.
But I promised him he'd never be forgotten, and if he had no headstone, it was like he didn't exist. It's not just because of my little brother. They did address mine. It's for the others also.
And St. Francis leadership also tells me it has reviewed and reinforced its inspection procedures as this construction project continues. They also tell me they are committed to preserving the dignity of every single grave entrusted to their care. Mark.
All right, Sean, thanks.